Hey guys, well, welcome in. And yeah, it's time to, well, turn out the light. We're going to be doing a little bit of traveling here, and so it's time to get ready. And because I can't be working on my workbench over the next few weeks, I thought, well, what I can do is perhaps give you a little glimpse into where I'm going and what I'm doing. This is going to be, first time I've ever done this, one of those video logs of my travels to the World Model Expo in Eindhoven, Netherlands. And I'll be leaving here in just a few days, and so this is the preparation video of just me packing up and getting ready to go and following along with that. And over the course of the next, I don't know, week and a half, 2 weeks, I'll be showing you a lot more videos of the events and my travels along the way. Of course, attending a modeling show of this caliber, we're going to see a lot of great models, and I'll try to bring those to you. But probably one of the best aspects of any of these types of events is meeting up with old friends, meeting up with new friends, maybe some people that you've only had conversations with over the internet or admired their work from afar. And I'll be looking forward to that over the course of the weekend. I will also be at the AK tables, and there, well, I'll be signing books. My recent book came out not too long ago, so if you'd like to stop by and have it signed personally, I'd be happy to do that. Just kind of hanging out and saying hi to a lot of people that I know will be stopping by, so looking forward to meeting up with you. The primary reason that I'm going to the World Model Expo is that I was invited, and thank you very much for that. I'll be hosting a workshop on Saturday afternoon, and the theme for this workshop is going to be all about dioramas. What I also wanted to do is make sure that the participants in my workshop have at least enough materials to make sure that we have a really good time and don't feel constrained. While trying to get ready for the workshop specifically, I want to be able to bring some of my materials, the ones that I use quite a bit when I do my own dioramas. And if you haven't noticed recently, my blue bowl of really good stuff, well, it's empty. So I thought we'd start out this little bit of a scavenger hunt here, trying to find a few things I could take with me over to the show. Well, this is always a good place to start. These are chips from trees that have fallen like through snowfall or something like that. But we can see that these will make really nice rocks and boulders and all sorts of different types of textures. So I'm going to collect a handful of these, and we'll see what else we can find along the way. Well, this looks promising. Here's another idea. So where there's a little bit of landscaping, grab some of these small pebbles that they use in the dirt mix, and these can be used on our scenes as well. Well, in really no time at all, it doesn't take very long to get a nice collection of sticks and twigs and little rocks and bark chips and all the rest of that. So now I think we'll just take this little collection back to the house and we'll start packing. And not only do I have the blue bowl of goodies coming with me, but thank you, AK, for providing this very generous list of products that we'll be using throughout this workshop. Well, after my excursion around the neighborhood, my blue bowl of good stuff has quite a bit of good stuff in it. And so let's start packing that. And yeah, my packing's a great job here. Yeah, plastic bags, because, well, I need to cram all this stuff into my baggage. And so why am I bringing all this random product halfway across the world? Well, because these are the types of products or items that I like to use when I'm creating my own dioramas. This is where I'm comfortable. I'd like to have these things at hand. If I decide I need a texture or need a rock or whatever that case may be, these will be within easy reach, and they always work very, very well. And I want that same experience to be at the workshops. Other items that I'll be bringing along, well, I have some of this plaster that I've from, one of the earlier projects. Maybe it's the T34 project. This can be crunched up and made into rocks or bricks or whatever you want to make with plaster pieces like that. It's very durable. I do have some of these cork bricks left over from the T34 project, so those will be available if anybody wants to make a broken rock wall, for instance, or brick wall. And so those will be in the bag of stuff here as well. And then I have my Road Warrior kit here. This is a little plastic toolbox that I've had for years and years. I traveled to a lot of shows with, and this will contain all my tools that I'll be using throughout. And both for the workshop and for the tabletops, well, I guess we'll just do a little overkill with the number of paintbrushes that I'll bring with me. You never can have too many, right? I've got some X-Acto knife blades, and I guess those will go back there, and TSA is going to love those. Close that up, open up the bottom, and yeah, there's been some spills here. Not a problem. I'm going to bring a few things with me, things that I know can't be included on the list from AK, so these are personal items that I'll be bringing along just to make sure that we have, again, enough product for everybody to have what they need. I've got some little paint palettes here that I bought at the dollar store, so those will be handy. And then just kind of round it out with some tools that we can share amongst ourselves. So tools, some straight edges, I'll have a ruler, a saw. There's a lot of things that will be crammed into this little box here that we'll share amongst ourselves during this workshop. And oh, lest I forget, I have these propaganda stickers. Look at those. Those are pretty fancy, huh? You like those? Well, I'll be handing those out as well. So little propaganda PR here. I'll be bringing along these little examples. These are the types of bases that I think that we could maybe have time to work on. I know an afternoon is not a lot of time to work on a diorama, but these are examples of what we'll be trying to accomplish throughout the course of the afternoon. So that means that I need to provide these little base structures, and so I have the foam from the hardware store. I'm cutting it using my new hot wire cutter, and then I'll be taking this foam along with me, and this will be part of what is provided for the workshop as well. I think a base, something like this, kind of a simple base perhaps, but this will be a base that's probably achievable within time frame. So we would have in the background there some of those wood chips that was used to make that rockscape, and then a couple of different types of earth effects. This swamp scene, that might be a little bit overachieving, but there's some elements there I think we could certainly incorporate into a different type of a scene. I hope to bring some of these little smaller bases for like gaming, and we can make all sorts of little things with those as well. So really up to the participant what they want to do. And now it's time to start packing this up, laying these in here, and yeah, I'm going to have to figure this out a little bit because there's not enough room for everything, but I'll do a little bit of packing and I'll get them there safely, so don't worry about that. I want to say thank you for following along with this. This is really a very different type of an episode than what you're used to on this channel. Usually I make models and dioramas, but I thought that this opportunity to watch behind the scenes, or at least my adventures in traveling to one of these premier modeling events, might be very interesting. If you do like this channel and what I'm doing here, please hit that subscribe button. During this event on Patreon, I'll be having enhanced experiences. So what that means is I'll be uploading photos and videos just as regularly and immediately as I possibly can. And that will be for the benefit of my Patreon participants, so they can see almost in real time what this show feels like, interviews with some of the participants, a little bit of backstage kind of things. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So I do hope you consider joining and checking that out. In the meantime, thanks for watching this video. Updates will be coming soon as we continue our travels around the world. Take care and happy modeling.